Techno break, and today I have Pamelas New Workout working out with plights from mutable instruments. But going back to Pam, it is an amazing module from ALM busy circuits, and this is like modulation source, clock source, whatever source. Basically can do so many different things, including Euclidean rhythms, random stuff like LFOs, envelopes, and it has 8 outputs, which is crazy. So you basically can sequence drums, actually whatsoever. I love this module. I just got it recently and I fell in love with this. And I'd like to really show a couple of things I've learned about it and have some vibe going. To complement plights and Pam, I have Ihor Versio, which is Desmodus Versio. Right now, filter, Polaris from IntelliJoule, pip slope from ALM, and scales and mimetic digitalis to have some sort of like a melodic sequence going, some utilities. Octatrack is live mixer with drum samples. Yeah, and let's start patching. And what I would like to discuss today or try today is Euclidean rhythms. And it's actually, especially the loop option of them, but I'm gonna come to that point a little bit later. So, Euclidean rhythm, what is that? So let's have a look quickly. We're gonna select output 1, and it's gonna be multiplied by 4. Basically means that it's gonna be 4 times faster than the clock. Let me clock it quite quickly. So an output 1 is gonna go like 16th notes, and I received the MIDI clock from the Octatrack, and it's kind of gonna be in sync with Octatrack sequence. Then I'm gonna long press here, going into the output 1 options, where it has the this E step and E trig. What it means? So E step is amount of steps in the sequence, and E trig is amount of triggers on this length of steps which gonna be triggered. And the way it works, Euclidean rhythm, it's gonna try to put all the steps, all the triggers in this sequence on the equal distance. Meaning that, for example, if we have 16 steps and we put 4 triggers, it's gonna put them like on every single bit, like 1 trig, then 3 empty steps, then 1 trig, basically like this on the Octatrack, right? If we're gonna put 8 trigs within 16, it's gonna be like that. Nothing special, right? But I think it gets actually really special when you go with some odd numbers like 13 or 7 and stuff like that. Let's try it out real quick. So the amount of steps, let's say it's gonna be 8, and then amount of trigs, let's say it's gonna be 5. And we're gonna patch the plights from output 1 into trig, and then from output here into the filter, and from filter into reverb, and into the output. Let me put a kick drum real quick. Okay, yeah, and 1 trig to play back. So basically what it does right now, 8 steps, and it triggers how many times? 5 times within these 8 steps. So basically some of the steps are like equally distanced, it has equal distance from each other, but some of them are triggering a little bit too often, like more often, but still on the grid for these steps. I hope that kind of makes sense. But where it gets a little bit more challenging and tricky, when, for example, let's say I have 13 steps and let's say 8 trigs within 13 steps. That means that 13 steps they're gonna repeat after 13 steps. So it's basically gonna be 13, 26, 39, and so on, which perhaps never gonna meet the 16 steps kind of beat of the music, of the kick drum we have. And it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna sound fine, but it's not gonna have this kind of repetitive melodic vibe or groove, you name it. So basically, yeah, it goes right now, but kind of never repeats itself together with the beat. That's where the loop option comes into play, because what loop option means, it means how many beats of the clock it's going to take for the sequence to start over again. Basically, and that applies to the Euclidean rhythms as well. So for example, if I'm going to say like 4 beats, let's do it actually. So 4 beats loop. This means that within 4 beats or 16 steps, because our clock is multiplied by 4, the sequence will start over, which means that 13 steps gonna play, then they will start over and play these 3 steps, and then they will start again because the loop will reset them. I hope that makes sense as well. Let's have a listen. Something like that, right? So it kind of created sort of a melody. We can also say go over to 8 beats, which is gonna make 2 bars melody. So we've got like our first bar melody, and then second bar is different, then it goes to the first bar again. So 2 bars of melody, or at least rhythm, it's not yet melody. And to take it a little bit further, I'd like to quantize the pitch. So basically, not quantize the pitch, wait for it. So I'd like to run Mimetic Digitalis from this trigger. Actually, I'm gonna multiply the trigger, and I'm gonna put one into the plights, and another one, perhaps longer one, will advance. Yeah, it will advance the mimetic, basically with the same kind of triggers, with the same Euclidean rhythm. And then from mimetic output 1, I'm gonna go into pitch of scales, and from scales I'm gonna go into volt per octave of plights. And on scales here I have like a major chord set, and it's gonna quantize all the pitch coming from Mimetic Digitalis to this chord. And yeah, let's have a listen. Let's regenerate the melody. Yeah, I think it kind of does too much. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. I mean, I'm not really going to get like a super nice melody. I just like to, to have some sort of the idea going and then take it further. So what I'm gonna do now, something weird. Yeah. So I'd like to record sort of like a high-pitched melody. I know, let's call it Arp, whatever. So I'm gonna record this one into the track number 5. I hope my recording is set correctly. Yes, it does. It does record it. Cool. Record it, and let's play it back here. So it's, I think, this amount of like 64 steps. Let me play it back. Man, seriously, I have quantized recording set to off right now, and I was like, what's going on? Anyway, let me real quick put the quantized recording to 16 steps here and there. Sorry for that. I'm gonna re-record this because I was like, what's going on? So this is the second bar, and let's write 1, 2. This is the, yes. Okay, that will do. And let's get back into, yeah, for some reason quite super quiet, but whatever. Okay, cool. Next thing I'd like to do is to basically proceed with more modulation and stuff like that from the Pamelas workout. And in that case, I'd like to put the trig into mimetic again. Also, I want to set up another track, so track 2 here to reset mimetic once per bar, I guess, something like that. So divided by 4, and let's reset mimetic here, or maybe even a little bit longer. Yeah, it resets. No, let's use this. Yeah, perfect. So it's gonna reset mimetic, and let's have a listen. Now I'm gonna put like sort of like a bass line. Nice. Like I didn't do anything almost, like, and it already got some sort of a vibe going. Maybe less reverb. And maybe also the envelope here. So trigger the envelope. Again, Pamela is gonna trigger the envelope here, and then I'm gonna put it into the FM1. Nice. Now, what I'd like to also discover, the next option actually, and this next option is the random wave in the Pamelas New Workout again, and again the loop option. So basically how it's gonna work is for melodic or rhythmic modulation, I also don't really like fully random thing. For example, if I'm gonna modulate, I don't know, the resonance of the filter, I don't want it to always be random. I would rather have some sort of like a randomly generated sequence which is gonna modulate it and then repeat itself again. I think for that purpose actually mimetic digitalis is quite good, because I can, for example, utilize track 2 and then put it into the resonance, move attenuator here, and then, you know, like randomly generate the 16 steps of CV values here. But also that can be done from Pamelas New Workout as well. And that's where the second beauty of loop option comes into play. So let's trigger, no, let's do this like multiplied by 2. And if I go track 3 into the wave, and select random. So it's gonna generate like random values here. And let me real quick modulate. I know, what can we modulate? Yeah, maybe this thing actually, timbre. Yeah, going here and then. And what it's gonna do right now is gonna endlessly go and generate random CV values and basically advance, like modulate this knob here, which is never gonna repeat itself, which is kind of good from one perspective. But from another perspective, if I'm gonna go again into the loop option and say repeat within 4 beats, this is gonna take a seed of this randomly generated wave, save it, and keep repeating itself. So it's gonna be randomly generated, but will keep repeating itself. So I'm gonna do kind of exactly the same thing to modulate something else like FM2, for example. Let me go real quick into track 4, and then also random wave shape, and then going into the loop option and making it 8 beats. Yeah, and now like listen on the first thing on the second bar. It always has exactly the same filter opening. And if I go back into the loop option here and make it 0, it's gonna reset, like the seed is gonna be deleted, and the moment I introduce the steps back, the seed is gonna, the randomly generated wave seed is gonna be saved again and played again. Ah, that was weird. And let's go and modulate something more. Yeah, maybe this second morph actually. And I'm gonna utilize track 5 for that. So let's go back into this track 5. Yeah, let's do it multiple 1 and again random wave shape. So it changes kind of. And right now going back into the loop option and say like 4. I don't like it, for example. I'd like to regenerate this 0 and then go back to 4. Yeah. Let's add the hi-hat. Not that loud actually. Okay, I have pages here. I need to add on all of the pages the hi-hats. And then the clap. Also, let's make it not that loud because it's gonna be too loud. Yeah, this. Let's make it a bit louder and maybe reverb. Dark reverb here. or no, actually let's do the plate reverb here and send. And also plate reverb here, but not with a short kind of tail. Send as well, a little bit, yeah. And let's set the scene 13 on the master track to be a high pass. I don't know, call it techno, do not call it techno, but the main idea is to explore the Euclidean rhythms of the Pamelas New Workout and some modulation sources and the loop option, which saves the seed of the randomly generated wave, because for me that was important. I don't really like fully random modulation, like going forever, and when I read about the loop option I was like, yes, this is it, like this is what I need. I really like this vibe actually. And then we can go like scene 14. Let's say that on scene 14 I'm gonna have this guy. Yeah, like fading. And we keep having, like we still have this like high pitched melodic thing there, which thanks to scales works perfectly with this bass line. And I haven't played a single note on the keyboard. That's amazing. I love it. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If so, put a like on it, and if you did not, put a dislike and leave a comment down below in the comment section, and let me know how can I improve those videos for you guys. And yeah, enjoy, have fun. I appreciate you hanging here. What if I go into the minor chord? That works actually. What if? But what if I regenerate this stuff? That kind of works. If I go one octave lower, let's regenerate once again. A couple of zeros. Nice.